What's up, my fellow collectors of all things collectible? Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Today we're delving back into the archives to do a really special piece, a piece that kicked off collecting for quite a few people, I would imagine, the HotToys Classic Predator. He comes with this diorama base. I've added one or two items to it, which I'll show you just now. But for now, we'll just gaze at Pred in all his glory, standing on his diorama base. You come over to this side. Here's his art box, which is a really dope box in itself. I love this cellophane with the image of the Predator on it, almost like night vision, that you're looking at him. As it states, this is a special edition. It's written as the Predators. This is the classic Predator of the Predators. So they must have even known then that there was going to be more movies and stuff to come. It's a movie masterpiece, as you all well know, made by HotToys. He comes with a few accessories. The hands are works of art on their own. They really are so well detailed and really magic to look at. And they fit and come off so easily that they're actually a joy to work with compared to some of the other HotToys figures. You get a switch out plate for his forearm armor. That's the bomb that he sets off right at the end when fighting Arnie in the movie Predator. That there is another insert. At the moment, I've got the Earth insert in there, which does light up by means of a switch within the forearm armor. Carrying on with the accessories, you can see he's got closed mandibles and open mandibles. The top set are the closed, and the bottom set are the open. The teeth in the middle is a piece that you pull out because there's a piece attached to the back of the helmet that actually slides into that, and it holds the bio helmet in place. Comes with a obligatory instruction manual, 2 extra hand pegs, and another awesome addition to this is the Predator skull. Look at the detail on that babe. Looks like my first missus. Not first missus, first girlfriend, when she woke up in the morning after a heavy night. That there is a diorama piece that I bought for Thor. It actually fits his die-cast hammer on there. It looked quite dope, but I nicked it for this, and it's been with him ever since. He does come with a normal crutch grabber, but it looks so bad in the diorama that I tend not to use it. It doesn't fit properly underneath the crutch, so it's actually a waste of time. Let's start with going over the diorama. If you can see there in the background, that skull and vertebrae is from a Predator, Berserker Predator figure. I bought one to go with this lad because it looks so dope with Berserker. He's got, I think it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull there that he uses, or that we use in the diorama. It comes attached to the base. These skins that you see that he's got spread out to dry, he only comes with the one set, this set. that fits into holes at the bottom of the diorama. When I bought this piece, the guy told me that one of the logs that holds this together was broken, and he discounted the price quite a bit because of this. So I thought, okay, I'll source one on eBay or in the groups and just add it to the figure. But then when it came, he'd actually bought a new set of skins and sent that with, and didn't charge me for them. So I thought that was really, really dope of him. We'll start at the bottom of this boy. There's the human skull that is still part of the base. Really nicely detailed, and the paint app is stunning, really is. Look at the feet. They've really gone to town on this figure. I think that's why he is one of the most sought after Predators, this classic Pred. The hip joints are loose, and I believe this is a problem with these figures. I say problem, I mean he still stands unaided the whole move, you know, so they just are loose. I don't know why, but apparently they were like that from new type thing. The knee joints are very stiff, the arm joints are very stiff, and at first when you first get him you think, shit, am I going to break this, you know? But yeah, they all like that. So he's got an expressive hand on there, shaped in the form of a grappling claw. Look at the detail. Look at the nails. Fantastic, man. On this one, he's got the pointing finger. He's saying, okay, I've just looked at my world map, and I'm sorry, it is you I've come to hunt. So I'll count to 10. He's got his laser cannon, or plasma cannon, on top of his shoulder. I'll show you the battery pack for it just now when I turn the figure around. He's got 2 steel blades. He only comes with the 2, not like the Berserker Predator who comes with different lengths, but then again the Berserker Predator has only got 1 blade where he has 2. All the armor is nicely detailed, nicely distressed, doesn't look new. And as I say, he's got the biomask on. These dreadlocks, eh? Rastafarian. Man after my own heart. I'm a reggae nut. So you get that helmet, which has got a light up feature on that piece there. But I don't like putting batteries in, so sorry, you can't see that unless you've got the piece yourself and put them in. This has also got a light up feature, but again, I haven't got the batteries in. He comes with this netting that does seem to break, but I've had no problems with it, and it doesn't break because of perishing. I think it breaks when it catches on things and you carry on maybe bending a knee or whatever and it rips, you know. Articulation, I wouldn't say the best, but you can get him in some really iconic poses that you know the Pred for. So I wouldn't worry about that. You've just got to be cognizant, you know, of what you're doing, because he is an old figure. Very old figure. If you look down here, I think I forgot to mention that he's got the battle damaged biomask, which is also a very dope touch. And there you can see the cable that goes around to the back to fit into his power pack. Now, that power pack also is where the batteries go. So yeah, they've really thought about this piece, and they've done it a great justice, eh? Because it really is super, super nice, eh? Well, you see him with the mandibles, then you know that this is the Pred. the Pred of Law. Not L-A-W, L-O-R-E. There's a bit of a pan shot of him. Really is a spectacular piece, eh? Everybody that comes to my house always go giddy over him. He's so, in the light, he just looks so menacing, eh? And I'm sure a lot of people had nightmares about this when he first came out. The plasma cannon on his shoulder there does move. It rotates so you can position it at certain angles. Also goes up and down, so you can get some dope poses with it. Would have been nice if they'd put a light up function in that, you know? That would have been really dope. But you can't have everything you see. Can't have your cake and eat it, as they say in the classics. But yeah, I love this, eh? I love this piece. I was a late comer to getting this piece. I put a search in eBay and finally one came up. So I got him. And then shortly after that, I got the Berserker Predator. Berserker Predator, like with a lot of the other Predators, that strapping you see there, whoops, in there, on the Berserker Predator and the Falconer and various others, that is thin strips of pleather, not this plasticated leather like they've got here, which is quite thick, and it perishes terribly, eh? I mean, my Berserker, if you watch the video, you'll see I've had to change it all out. It was a brand new piece, still sealed in the box, but still it perished. So as soon as I opened the box and seen it, I told the guy, and he funded me like 3/4 of the money back, which he didn't have to, eh? So I was quite chuffed with that, quite chuffed. I think we're going to get some dope poses at him. You've seen him in various fight stances with the Berserker Predator as an addition to the Berserker Predator video. So we've never did 360s of him on his own doing his thing. And we'll have a guest appearance from someone. Okay. I just want to go over the accessories again before we start going into some pose sessions. So he comes with this diorama base, but only with one set of skins. He doesn't come with two. And that skull at the back is also an addition. It doesn't come with a figure. So to iterate, it comes with the base, the skin on the side there. He comes with the Predator skull, which is really, really nice. The rock mount it's on is an addition. Here's his art box. I bought this figure second hand. It wasn't brand new. So, yeah, the box has got a bit of wear and tear. But then again, it's understandable seeing how old the figure is. At the bottom, you've got there, Movie Masterpiece. Produced and manufactured by HotToys. It also has Special Edition written on it. And I can only imagine that it's like a Toy Fair exclusive of the day. You come down, you get all these wonderful hands. That the hands alone, the detailing on the hands is just magnificent, eh? Look at those nails, the textures. That there is the bomb that he sets off right at the end of the movie, which fits on that forearm armor. At the moment, I've got the globe in it. It has a light up function. Also comes with this piece, which I'm not too sure what that is, to be fair, but looks dope anyway. He comes with a set of closed mandibles and open mandibles. That little piece in the middle is what you take out the jawline to fit the biomask. It's not like the Berserker Predator where you just slot it on. The mandibles are again works of art. Wait till you see them on the actual headpiece. They look magnificent. He comes with a battle damaged biomask, which is a dope touch. Obligatory instruction manual with wrist pegs, but the hands change out so easy that I doubt you'll ever need those. He does come with a crutch grabber pillar, but I don't like it. It looks very untidy with the figure, and he stands so well on his own anyway because of those flat feet. That fits in the back there where I've got the vertebrae balanced. So yeah, very spectacular piece. You can see why it is so wanted. The classic Predator. Comes with 2 metal blades, where the Berserker Predator comes with 3 singular blades, short, medium and long. It comes with the plasma cannon that fits into the battery pack, and obviously comes with the biomask that he's now wearing, which has also a light up function. So a really all round, a really cool piece, eh? And I'm hoping to get some lacquer poses out this bad boy. So I think let's move onwards and upwards and get to posing. What do you think? Wait, let's see. For a change, we'll end with the overhead shot instead of the look into my eyes, look into my eyes, look into my eyes. And I'll see you on the flip. Right, to do this piece justice, what I've done is I've taken the diorama that Steve Webber from IC Customs built for my Platoon figures, and I've put Predator on him, and boy does he look fantastic. So he's got the open mandibles on, he's screaming to the world, he's coming for you. The hunt is on. Standing on his own. I must admit, these huge flat feet help quite a bit. You can see he's got the predator skull drying out in the bushes. He's got his base camp that he's just walked away from, so he could give or shout a huge scream. So I've changed the hands, I've pulled out the blades, which look fantastic, and I've put the open mandibles in. Doesn't he look dope in this setting? It's as if it was made for him. You must see it in person. It just looks fantastic. Muate went to the shops, and I didn't want to start filming until he got back because I wanted to show him how the Pred looked in the diorama. That's how excited I was. There you can see the classic dreadlocks of the Pred. The Berserkers have got red tints inside, where these are just plain black. Now you can see the line where the mandibles go, but it doesn't put you off, eh? It doesn't put you off at all. You watching it or seeing it in 4K, to see it with just your eye, it's you got to be up close and personal, eh? And most of the time it'll be in a display cabinet, so you won't be that close and personal with it. These hands are just something else on their own, eh? Look at the detailing on the hands. Really, really dope, eh? From the underside skin. And I've just noticed that they're two different colors. That's weird, I never noticed that before, to be honest. So that one's pale, and that one's brown. I wonder why they did it like that. Camouflage, maybe? Camouflage? So I've got him bent at the knees. As I was saying earlier, the knees and the arm joints, the elbow joints, are really stiff. I don't know if they did that on purpose to help compensate for the weight of the piece. But yeah, when you first get it, you think you're going to break them, you know. But yeah, that's what's handy about the groups, because you just go in, ask your question, and you'll get your answers. Otherwise, you might be doing something that's damaging the figure. I bet none of you spotted the battle-damaged biomask in amongst the foliage. No, don't say you did, because you didn't. I know my shit. There's the other biomask back at home base with one of Arnie's team's skull and vertebrae. I've still got the two pieces of skin out to dry. I think they look really dope together. I mean, the one on its own that it comes with looks fantastic. You can see there, the one on the left has the long log. The one on the right, that top part has broken off. So when he sold it to me, he did say, he told me about it, but then he'd forgot he'd actually bought a new skin with logs and sent that with me, even after refunding me $3/4 of the bucks. I think he's in the groups now. Whenever I buy on Facebook or sell on Facebook, I always tell them about the groups, because they're a dope place for information, for getting group deals. There's a lot of sellers with online shops in there, and they all, yeah, very keen to help us all out. And usually it's one big happy family. You do get the arseholes, you know. Maybe even people think I'm one of them. But I enjoy myself in the groups. There's some great lads there. And lasses. Collectors all. Look at that face, man. That is really only a face a mother could love, eh? I don't think he got many chicks as a kid. Maybe that's why he's so angry. He's still a virgin. Okay, well, enough said about that. I'm starting to waffle again. It's time to move onwards and upwards into the next pose. Although, to top this one with him in the diorama, I'm going to find it very difficult. Because, yeah, he just looks spectacular, man. You've got to see him in person in this diorama. I hope it comes across in the video. Well, it's 4K, so it should. Because he really does. I mean, look at that. That could be straight out the jungles of Panama. All I would need is a Dutch Schaefer hiding in the background, covered in mud. And I would have nailed the whole movie. So I'll leave you looking into his mandibles, thinking, how in hell does he kiss? Maybe they don't kiss back on their planet. Maybe it's just an Eskimo kiss, a rub of the nose. I've never been there myself. So he's aiming that plasma cannon right at your schneck. And I'll see yous on the flip. There he is, boys and girls. Predator with open mandibles in a jungle scene, ready to pounce and chew your bones. Or is that the Hansel and Gretel witch? Well, in this one, it's the Pred. Those eyes, man. Could they have made him any more eviler? So I've got him standing behind the diorama, so as if he's coming out the bush to face you. You can see he's still got the Predator skull out to dry. He's got his undamaged biomask, battle damaged biomask, which he's just thrown down to challenge Arnie. He's got Billy's skull and vertebrae hanging in the bushes just to piss Arnie off. He's extended his blades. He's not even going to use his plasma. I think in the movie he takes the plasma off, if I'm not mistaken, to fight Arnie right at the end. I should say spoiler alert at the beginning of my video, shouldn't I? For people that haven't seen the movie. So I've changed both hands out. And as I say, I've changed back to the open mandibles. So this will be just before the whole epic fight between him and Dutch, and he's laying in the bush about to set off the mini atomic bomb. I don't know if he knows that the chopper is coming in to rescue Dutch at the time he sets off the bomb. But when you read the fan lore, they reckon it's because it's a failed hunt and he doesn't want anybody to know about it. Could be, I suppose. Makes sense, because that's all these guys lived for, was the hunt. They'd when you watch the City Hunter one with Danny Glover, I mean, he even gives Danny Glover a flintlock pistol at the end. So yeah, they've been around for eons. They're supposed to have came down to help us build the pyramids back in the day, and in return we would sacrifice humans and fill them with xenomorphs so they could do their coming of age ritual of hunting the alien, or commonly known as the xenomorph. And this is the exact same Pred that fights Berserker Predator in the Adrian Brody one, where Adrian Brody is Royce, and him and a few other top soldiers from various parts are dropped in a hunting reserve on a planet in the somewhere distant galaxy, and he sets out to hunt them one by one. So Berserker was quite a sick puppy. But then again, this though was no angel. He liked the odd yanking out of skull and vertebrae for his trophy room. I think it's an awesome piece. I mean, even with the loose hip joints, you still get a decent standing pose out of this lad. You can't even say that for some of the latest HotToys pieces, you know. But yeah, I mean, yes, what a piece, eh? And then you add an IC Customs diorama, and this piece is fit for the Louvre. It is indeed fit for the Louvre. Look at that, eh? How dope doesn't that look? Can you imagine that in a glass topped coffee table, or a landscape display cabinet under lights? People would be queuing outside your door to see it. You could charge them 10 cents a head. I mean, even the detail on the biomasks is stunning. The paint app, really, really nice. The eyes, almost graphite looking. And then you get the battle damage one, which is a super dope touch, I think. They could have left us with just the normal one. And then add him into the equation, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is he a beaut. Bit too many boy, oh boys, eh? I mean, I know I keep banging on about this, but I think this is just a work of art, eh? The level of detailing on it is just fantastic. And even if you turn it around, if I can get it off there, you hung it on rather tight. Look at the underside. I mean, they didn't have to do that. So it gives you the option of displaying it. Let's get him under some light here, maybe it'll help. There we go. All little creases and crevices in the sculpt. They've just gone to town, man. The teeth. I mean, I would have been happy if they gave me this and one of the helmets. I would have displayed that. That's how good it is. Let's have a down from below shot. What do you say? There we go. You gotta admit, he's a special piece, eh? Now, the wonder collectors go for this one. This is the one they want. From the netting to the armor to the head sculpt, the accessories, the diorama base. I mean, you can't bitch, eh? This is a HotToys of old, you know? And this wasn't even a DX. It was just a special edition. The eyes. Evil as, eh? Evil as. Okay. Let's try and get one of these shots before I leave to start doing the 360s. Tell you what, these Perspex risers that you get on Amazon are really dope pieces to have. Even if, you know, for your display cabinet, they're really, really nice. And they add so much to the pose. You get various different heights. So take this for example. I've got him on a high piece, and I've got the diorama on two low pieces. Just it enables to look off the ground so you can get the camera in nice and tight. That's actually quite a dope view, that. I'll take credit for that. That was my idea all along. Yes, it was. So this is you looking up after he's just floored you. And you thinking, oh my God, is this going to eat me? Or is he just going to rip my vertebrae out like he did my mates? Right, now I'm really speaking drivel. So, we'll leave you one last look. Open mandible pred in the diorama. Just about a pounce. And rip your snack off. So I won't leave you looking into his eyes. I'll leave you looking at the overall piece. This diorama. And there he is. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip. Alright, so this is basically a scene right at the end of the movie when Arnie has got him beat and he's setting the bomb so that his brethren don't know about the failed hunt. He blows everything to smithereens, nearly killing Arnie in the process. But thankfully Arnie survives, and until then, or until, what's his name, Glover, Danny Glover, beats the Predator in the city one, he's the only guy or soldier to have faced a Predator and won. And I notice on the soles of his feet there, he's got HotToys. And on this one, it says Fox. So I wonder if that's why they started writing on the bottom of Woody's shoes from Toy Story. Ah, what a brat, eh? I've pushed the blades back into their holster. So they're not as prominent as they were as the last shot. You can either have them like that or fully extended. I've pushed the blaster that it's facing downwards. I've changed the mandibles to the closed mouth mandibles. He says something to Arnie in a series of clicks, but you obviously don't know what he says. But it must be, see you in hell, buddy. I'm going to blow you to smithereens. He's taken off his bio mask. It was damaged in the fight, so it's not much good to him now. And yeah, they seem to take off their helmets when they've got respect for their adversary. I don't know if that is to show a sign of respect. I'm not too sure, to maybe put them on level pegging, so to say. But I mean, they've got the strength of like 30 men. They've got claws with nails that could do Freddy Krueger justice. And blades that extend from their forearm. How much of even footing can they be on with a simple human? So, yeah. Look at the detail on the head. Really, really impressive, eh? This is when HotToys were really coming out, really starting to produce, as they call them, movie masterpieces. I mean, if you look at some of the older pieces that HotToys done, you'd think, no, man, how could they even release that? But I mean, everyone starts somewhere. And as I say, he's on an Unreal Customs, IC Customs diorama base that was built for Platoon, but I've used it for Rambo, I've used it for Predator. Oh man, I've got a couple of IC Customs bases and I use them all the time, chop and change. And if you look at my earlier videos, you'll see the massive one that the lads in the Bat Chat bought me as a present. I used to use it all the time, but I can't now because it doesn't fit in the studio. Again, the detail on the hands, extraordinary. Really dope paint apps, eh? Really dope. Look at the nails. I wonder, can you see? No, you can't really see it. I was going to show you in detail the small piece that comes out in between the mandibles that you pull out to fit the helmet, because that's also highly detailed. I mean, even if you just go to this skull alone and look at the finer details on that, it's really a work of art, you know. You could display that on its own if you put a jacket around it. And I love the way you can see the bones of the mandibles, how they actually look without the flesh on. So those longer teeth at the bottom there would be these longer teeth at the bottom here. But doesn't he look dope? You got to admit it. Even if you're not a Predator fan, you got to admit he looks dope. Reactions in the comments, please. And thanks to everyone who has been commenting on the videos. I really appreciate that, because it is a chat. It's a figure chat. So I want you to ask me questions. And if I don't know the answers, I'll find out for you. This is not a review per se. And some of our shorts are really coming along, eh? Muerto's done an outstanding job on getting all those together and sorting them out. They gaining us subscribers. We hit the 250 mark the other day, and we're so proud of that, because we've worked hard. We've worked hard. It's not about that, like. And when we do another Hospital Conversations, we'll explain in there why we haven't done another one for so long. But yeah, thanks to everyone, eh? I mean, in reality, this is for yous, you know, as well as for us, it's for yous to see the figures and to see what I collect. I'm going to start doing more of the cars soon, the Guillermo Ficino cars. It's going to be an exciting year for us. Especially now we've got all the new kit. Yeah, we're over the moon and can't wait to get started. Well, obviously we have. I've just did Ghost of Hiroshima, and now I'm doing the Pred. The classic Predator. So all that you see in this diorama is the wood's real, that driftwood at the back. The soil is real, but obviously clear lacquered so that it doesn't go all over the place. The plants are plastic, but everything else is real. You could dig a hole there, plant a plant, and it would grow. I kid thee not. Okay, before I start making up all sorts of weird and wonderful shit, let's just go over this one more time. Look at that. That's a postcard. That's a postcard all day long. I've got his home base still at the back on a plastic riser with his still intact helmet and his skull that he wants to go home and give to his kids. I've got the Predator skull drying out in the bushes, which is over there. I've got the closed mouth mandibles on Pred. His blades pushed past, pushed back, and he's typing in detonation time on the bomb just so that Arnie doesn't think he's won. He's selfish that way, this Pred. He's on an IC Customs diorama by Steve Weber. And you must see some, go have a look for IC Customs on Facebook or type it into Google and have a look at some of his latest work that he's put out. My God, man. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Some of them look like full-on movie sets. He did a turtle diorama, a Ninja Turtle diorama for my good friend Michael and his Mrs. Sarah. And you must see, I mean, honestly, they look real. They look real. They bring the characters to life. Not that the characters don't do half bad themselves, you know? Okay. I just looked at the time and realized I've been waffling for a good part of 10 minutes. So I'll leave yous there. Just to let you, don't run too fast because the explosion will get you anyway. And I'll see you on the flip.